York. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
It's Ebro in the morning. Beautiful Laura Styles, plain T. Rosenberg. That doesn't sound as good as wrestling.
Well, then call me right. You don't have to change the name because of one day off.
Nah, you got to stick with the wrestling. I know you're going through this whole blank T-shirt thing and jewelry and trying to figure out your look, but the wrestling tee thing was a brand.
I'll believe me. Most days it'll be a wrestling tee. I just had this sitting there.
Is this periwinkle?
The color?
Yeah.
Periwinkle P? Is that better?
Periwinkle P. I like. Yo, give it up to our guy Irv. The greatest day ever. Yeah.
What up?
No, greatest day ever is what? 24.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
It started. Where did it start? What was the first one?
The first one was in Brooklyn.
That was the outside. 50 Kent.
Yeah.
And you were there for
2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
Then on the third year, you guys ended up doing New York and Miami. Is that right?
Yep. Well, no, second year we did New York and Miami. And then the third year was supposed to be in Brooklyn, issue with the venue. We moved it to Governor's Island.
Right. And then this year we're in the Bronx. The
I'm
BX
excited.
for 2 days.
2 days.
Which the original was only 1 day, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So this is the biggest event you've ever done.
Correct.
And what's the venue?
The New York Expo Center.
New York Expo Center in the Bronx.
Hunts Point.
And what are people going to get at this event this weekend?
I mean, you got Diplo, Post Malone, Dylan Francis, The Internet, Goldlink, Kyle, Tunji. We got 18 artists.
Oh, so this is a huge music festival now.
Yeah.
Yes, but not only that, you say you have rides, you have...
We have 5 amusement rides, concessions, cotton candy, the works, all the carnival fare.
Yeah.
So it's a music festival and carnival.
Why was it important to you to bring it... Because you're from the Bronx, right?
I'm from Queens.
Oh, okay. Because why was it important to you to do it in the Bronx? I always feel like the Bronx is so neglected, so it made me really happy when you told me that you were taking it there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, there's only but so many places that you can actually, there's a couple of reasons. Only so many places you can do events in New York. I mean, I'll drive around this year and see spaces that I'm like, that might make sense. And the next time I pass by, there's a condo being erected on top of it. Sure. So it's just like, all right, there's that idea. With the event spaces that are available, you have 3 festivals, 2 long-standing ones that happen at Randall's Island. And for me, I felt like, all right, what's the one thing that everybody isn't doing right now in terms of, from the music festival landscape? Because New York is a tough market. It's saturated with a lot of music ongoings. So I thought, the Bronx. The Bronx is cutting edge. It's been there. It's important.
And this is the
culturally.
new Hunts Point. There are a lot of changes have happened over there.
A lot in this particular area is still super industrial, still sort of raw. And people will see that when they get there, but it'll feel like kind of like getting to like an oasis.
Now you and your squad, y'all started doing parties. Y'all have done a lot of parties.
Yeah, we started with Brunch Bounce, and then we developed the Greatest Day Ever. We have an event called You Had to Be There Now, which is a party where we lock everybody's phones up and have them feel, take it back and make them feel immersed in it, So and it's interesting with that party. That party's actually a lot of fun. The energy is completely different when people aren't on their phones.
I like the name You Had to Be There.
Yeah, because I'm not distracted. It's such a difference. Remember, who was it? Chris Rock? Was it Chris Rock when he was here? Was telling us that he's doing that too with his tours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the comedians actually
that.
when they're filming and when they do their tours, they actually do the same thing. I know Tracy Morgan has done it. Dave Chappelle did it as well. We actually partner with the same company, so people come in, lock their phones up.
You're using that company?
Oh yeah, 100%. That was so for me. It all came from a Twitter rant, just stream of consciousness. It's just because it would be frustrating. Like before. People would come to the events and they'd talk about them next day on social media. And then little by little, I started noticing like less of a conversation, at least on the social media I frequent, which is Twitter. But I would see people in the party with their phones. And I'm like, where's the conversation going? And it was going to Snapchat, and it was in a different format, So
you weren't even able to participate in the social media people were doing. So you were just annoyed and left out and saying, you know what, no phones for anyone.
No phones. But it was a different energy altogether. And you would literally see it. Like if you watch The Room, like the exact moment where every's gonna whip their phones out.
Yeah, and people have to dance or have to talk to each other.
Exactly.
Oh
and
my
it's funny
God.
because it's like, oh, and then it's like, and then I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's so weird, you know what I mean?
Right.
So with the You Had to Be There party, it came from that rant. We introduced it. Everybody was like, yo, this is dope. They enjoyed it. So after introducing it, the next level was to get, the company involved. lock everybody's phones up. And it was interesting. People have like anxiety attacks when they're getting their phones locked up.
The reaction of people that I've seen at parties where they can't have their phone.
Oh my God!
Looking for something to do or not knowing how to party.
Stop, because I've been to parties with Ibra where they lock their phone. Our phones.
He takes it out.
He will crack whatever bag contraption, take it out, and make sure he has it. Right? He will not. But
I'm not a big like filmer. Like, I'm not a big, like, film everybody, snap everybody guy. More, it's just like
it's a social crutch, too, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's like you just like to be able to be like, I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk, I'm on my phone. I think we're all guilty of it.
100%. And so the funny things people would say are like, what if I want to get a girl's number? Somebody actually said that. That's what I was like, what? Like
the memory joint.
Right.
But memory joint.
It was so crazy to me. I remember the first thing I said to the kid was like, ask your dad how you got your mom's number. That's the first thing I said. And he was like, true. I'm like, all right. So, it's not that
because
serious.
I remember you didn't want people to see you was getting numbers. Because then if you was getting one person's number, if you tried to get another number, the girl would be like, yo, I just saw you getting her number. So you had to be on some memory shit.
Oh, right.
If you was going to get multiple numbers. Otherwise, you was on blast. Because if you was like, yo, writing it down and doing whatever, because I'm old. So you sitting there writing it down. Or even now with your phone, you put numbers in your phone.
It's true.
Nah, you got to go to the memory. You got to be like, yo, what's your email? And then don't even do the phone. Do the email. Email joint. I don't do the number. I do the email.
Well, but back in the day, I fortunately, I wasn't getting many numbers, but I would not be able to memorize someone's number. And I would get home and be like, oh, what? No!
Especially if you had a couple drinks.
That was
something like,
that was part of the fun. That's part of the fun. Like you meet, a person you really like, and then you lose their number.
That is not part of the fun.
It is.
That was the opposite.
It's just like down. You don't want to
remember it. You try, dude. It was like you got to track it down.
I would create songs with the number.
You got to
try to create like a little song. You got to create a jingle.
Yeah, no. That sounds like a nightmare. I get it.
The greatest day ever Eventbrite, or say greatestdayever.com too.
Greatestdayever.com, yeah.
You can go there and get your tickets. Remember, it's this Saturday and Sunday. It's the Bronx Convention Center?
No.
Expo Center.
New York Expo Center.
You just
New York
make
Expo
up
Center.
places.
I was like, it's in Hunts Point. It's the New York Expo Center. Here's my question for you.
Yep.
Who is not, because I see you on Twitter, and I want everybody to go out to the greatest day ever. The question is, Irv, how are you going to feel when people are out there wearing Knicks jerseys this weekend? Because you, sir, I've seen you go on some serious tirades recently about your Knicks. How do you feel as a Knicks fan? Because you guys are not having any good days recently.
I honestly have directed my attention elsewhere.
Yo!
Down the I-95 over to Philly. You know what I mean?
So Tim Hardaway Jr. is back on the Knicks? Yes?
Yeah.
Correct.
He had a press conference the other day.
Did not pay attention.
Yeah, I don't
Neither did the rest of the media or any of the coaches or any of the staff of the Knicks. Apparently, no one showed up.
It was crickets
Makes
for him.
sense.
Well, I don't understand. Wouldn't normally the team throw the press conference?
There were the people who put the PR people, they were there. But apparently, I wasn't there, obviously, but apparently nobody showed up.
Where were you, Knicks fan?
I have checked out. I look, I've come to the conclusion that I probably will not see a Knicks championship in my lifetime.
Wow.
Like, I probably won't.
So if you said you're going down I-95 to Philly?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Meaning, I'm probably paying more attention to what's happening in Philly. It's more interesting to me. It's more exciting. I think their management, their organization overall is doing a great job, like just going through the process of like having a great organization, then having a shitty organization.
And now trying to figure it out.
Exactly. And I think that the Knicks have not been able to do that. And we've been sold so many dreams so many times.
So you'd rather pay attention to another team who actually at least is trying to do it right.
I like it from, yeah, exactly. I just
a fan of basketball.
A fan of basketball overall, and just, appreciating a well-run organization. And I can see that and just see, wow, they're really,
they're at least trying.
They're trying,
they're
exactly.
Trying something,
and here it just seems like one bumbling fucking trade or signing after another, and it's just like it's frustrating. So it's like, you know what? Life is way too short to spend it frustrated.
I just stole his greatest day ever, made it the worst day ever.
By the way, if you want to know how to make the greatest day ever the worst day ever, mention the Knicks.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen what, 4 Giants championships, tons of Yankee championships. Even the Mets have won. Like every organization in New York, New Jersey even has won, except the Knicks and Islanders, I would say.
Well, the Islanders won a lot in the 80s. At least it was the early 80s. But they won.
So everybody's won except the Knicks.
The Knicks are the only ones that go back to the 60s, yeah.
There you go.
Hey, but back to the greatest day ever. To me, a great time this weekend.
Yes. So get your tickets at Eventbrite. Let's run through that list again. You said Diplo. You said
Diplo, Dylan
Kyle.
Francis.
My
Kyle is
friend,
dope.
your friend Kyle. Kyle's dope MC.
All right.
Like him.
Diplo.
Diplo, Dylan Francis headlining. We have Post Malone. We have The Internet. We have Tunji Eeg, Gold Link, Kyle.
Love Gold Link, man.
So many. Bro Safari, Anna Luno.
Anna Luno, friend of mine from Apple Music.
Trop Killers from Brazil are flying in for this. Gosh, so many off the top of my head to remember. But great day. 9 acts per day.
What type of attendance do you think will be there? Because, I mean, the place holds a lot of people. You think it's...
We're expecting 8,000 people per day.
It's a big thing. It's a big situation. Yeah. Well, congrats to you, sir.
Good
luck, man.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
TheGreatestDayEver.com. Go get your tickets.